Hey guys, Nathan here, Leola981. I've got a new video here for you today. So, usually I get a lot of questions from Porsche guys or other people interested in track about what exactly I do to prepare my car for the track season. Coming out of the spring, all I really need to do is an oil change, brake fluid flush. I'm not running low on any of my consumables, rotors are new, pads should still be plenty, tires still have tread. I'll start with the air filters, then I will go to my dad's shop for an oil change and brake fluid flush, and that's pretty much it as far as track prep. Just 2 screws on each side to get the filter off. Got the housings off, just gonna whack them here to get more dirt out. Okay, these came with my BMC cleaning kit. Just gonna soak it in detergent first for a few minutes, and then I'm going to wash with that hose. I think this is just soapy water. Get soap or detergent on the inside and the out. Alright, I'm gonna let this soak for just a few minutes, then I'll come back, hose it off, and I'll oil this up. I think it's been long enough. Next I will, from the inside out, rinse this out. I'm gonna take him inside, sit him by the window. I might let him just dry overnight. The drying part you really can't rush, so after that's done, I will oil this probably tomorrow. Alright, the filters are done drying. I let them sit out overnight. Looking pretty clean. They're still a bit red, so I don't think I need a thick layer of oil, but I should still oil them up, especially near the bottom. That's where the dirt was primarily. So I'm just going to do a light coat across the pleats. And of course the oil will soak into the rest of the filter, so I'm not too worried about getting full coverage here. Now the instructions do mention to go over each pleat twice. I do not think that's necessary, especially given it's always better to under oil than to over oil with these. And I do see some people just kind of spray it, go across. I think that uses a lot of oil, especially since this filter is still pretty red, so I don't think too much is necessary. I'll probably just add some at the top here, since it looks like it's a little light. Okay, done oiling. I did do a little drizzle, just a light drizzle over the top portion. And I'm gonna let these soak in for a little bit, and then at some point I'll go flip them. Not sure if that's gonna make any difference. Then I'm good to put this back in the car. Alright, so I've let these dry overnight. I think 4 hours in the sun is all you really need. And then what I did was I got some newspaper. I just kind of lightly wicked over everything to make sure there was no oil, no residual oil lying around. And then I made sure to get some newspaper and just lightly brush over everything, scraping up any residual oil. Next we just screw these back in, make sure you're not over tightening them. and then they're good to be put back in the car.
Yeah, there's a little ridge right there. Make sure you're lining it up. Put the ridge on the car. There we go. Yep.
Alright, at the shop, figured it'd be easier to do everything on the lift, so that's why I usually don't do oil changes at home. Using Liqui Moly 5W40, the high-tech RBF 600 from Motul, and then the typical Mahle oil filter and crush washer. Got it as a pack from FCP Euro. Blackstone oil analysis, and this is the oil filter wrench that I'm using, the Hazet 2169. So lifting the car up. Just gonna start with the oil change. Pretty typical stuff. Also collecting oil for the Blackstone lab analysis. So here's my under tray. I know I had that issue from the last video, just a little crack. So it shouldn't be too hard to fix this with some tape and epoxy. Everything else is looking good under the car, at least from the front. That's the under tray reinstalled, just like new. And that's the oil filter, much easier on the 981 compared to the 718. Just got to reach up there with the oil filter wrench. Of course, not seeing any leaks down there either. Here's the brake rotors and the pads, they're looking fine. And for the brake fluid, it's again pretty typical. You have the 2 bleeder caps, and you generally want to start from the furthest cap from the reservoir at the front. So in this case, this is going to be the passenger side rear. And this system pulls from the brake caliper using air pressure. I personally would do a push system if I was at home. With this system, just got to make sure that the reservoir is always topped off as it's draining. And while that's going, since that'll take some time, I'm just adding in the oil. So all done with the brake fluid and oil. Just gonna do a quick drive, make sure everything's settled.
All right, car is up. Got chocks on the other side. Safety jacks here. I already cracked all the lug nuts. Oops, my bad.
And that's pretty much it. Oil, brake fluid, air filter. And aside from the day of track stuff like cleaning out the cabin and checking your tire pressures, that's all I really have to do coming out of the winter for the track season, and I should be good for probably the rest of the year. The only other thing left to do is send in my Blackstone oil sample. Usually that takes a little bit of time, but it's good to keep track of the oil life, especially on a car that's being driven hard. But yeah, that's essentially it. If you have any other questions or concerns in particular to the Cayman, please leave a comment down below. I'll be happy to answer. Otherwise, don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned. We've got more content coming.